video lecture going to be talk about smart objects as a modern tool of Internet of Things and its application. Going to be occupying the session 1. Let me see the components of the presentation milestones. We are going to be discuss the sensors, which are the basic essential component of most of the Internet of Things networks, which are the at very low level, at ground level. They will be situated and they will able to acquire the surrounding information, which may be some temperature, which may be some noise, which may be some humidity, like that. So it covers to its best of its capability. Again, depends upon the size of the sensor and characteristics of the sensor and the actuators. Once the sensors collected information and is to be sent to the server or the who is connected to among several sensors, so then that will be converted into analog to digital quantity. So that digital quantity will be in the stored in the memory. So according to that, some action has to be taken place. So that action will be performed by actuators. So for example, the mechanical lever, for example mechanical spanner, right? So those will be in form of action, so they will be actuator. So similarly, there is a more advanced one, so microelectronics mechanical system, so that will be a smaller size. So MEMS concept will be there. So and smart objects, so all these sensors, actuators will be smart objects which could be acquire some information. So what are the trends of in smart objects? So how this going to be become popular, and how this attracted by the applications, how the they are employees in the applications. Sensor networks. So obviously these sensors has to be connected to the network. So that is a sensor networks. So sensors networks. So the wireless sensor network also going to be discussed, right? So the characteristics of the sensors, these smart objects, and the different design criteria of network. So communication for wireless sensor network going to be discussed. So let me begin with the smart objects. So the smart object, these are the physical quantity, and they are sat at the ground level, physical level, at where actually the situation happen, where actually the information going to be collected by the other devices, right? Measure some physical quantity, as I told, maybe temperature, rainfall, various, that convert reading into digital representation. Basically it is an analog quantity going to be converted into digital information. So transfer them into useful data which is used by the intelligent devices. So this analog quantity, the device will be that smart objects or sensors, it collect the analog quantity. So we need to be convert them into digital, and they are going to be transfer that is consumed by the more smart devices, more intelligent devices. So sensors are not limited to human like sensor data. So it is beyond that, right? So beyond that, so millions of sensors will be now participating in the most of the IoT network. So it not necessarily only the human, it go beyond that, right? So give the wide spectrum of rich drivers. So measurement data with greater precision than human. It have a great precision will be provided by the this intelligent devices. So which will measure more accurately and continuously. So it is readily embedded in any physical device. So our objects easily connected to internet, right? So ultimately, so those going to be connected to internet, and so that it can participate in the server, the internet, and this can give the information to the other side of the physical area of that application. So some are passive, so they won't. For example, external power supply or built-in power supply, right? So external power supply will always giving some power, maybe power line or some battery. So built-in is there. So in-house that is a battery operated. So they become passive sometimes. So there is a active or passive smart objects also possible. So next we can have invasive and non-invasive. Some are invasive, so some are non-invasive. So not visible, or some the part of it or not part of it, right? So that categories of the smart objects maybe. So there is a contact or no contact. Some smart objects are attached screw that they gummed or attached. Some are non-contact, they are remote, right? Some their contact is physically contacted, virtually there. So virtually some of the maybe some communication protocols, maybe some communication device, maybe mouse, right? So maybe some router, right? So those are contact or non-contact smart objects will be there, and there could be several applications will be dragged the trend of this the categories of these smart objects, so which are physically into the world. So plenty of applications are there. So how measures is based on the physical mechanism. So it measures the maybe, as I told, temperature of the thermometer measure the temperature. So some maybe maybe water meter. So water meter, it measures the flow of water. Maybe gas measure that flow of gas is there. So that we will be measure that. So that what measure, that will be application or physical variable. So the constant variable or physical variable. So that measures that is. So there is also absolute or relative scale. So that there is some device will provide absolute scale, that is absolute exactly temperature. Some will be relative. Some will be relative with respect to other device. So there is a scale or reference. So some units will be followed. Some will be some SI system or MK system will be followed. So the pragmatic applications of the sensors in a IoT. So we have seen in length in the previous discussion. So that is categories of smart objects, right? So contact, non-contact, passive, active, invasive, non-invasive kind of things. So let me see that pragmatic applications. What are the applications of this IoT? So that is a sensor type. So there is a sensor type. So we can see that. So that could be pragmatic applications. So sensors type. So maybe there is a position meter. So potentiometer, it measure the potential difference of two objects. That is occupancy. There is a occupancy and motion, the radar. So we have discussed that with help of the sensor in a room, they measure the person available, a person present or not. So that lights will be automatically on and off, right? If somebody enters into the room, red light will be automatically on. That is occupancy. So there is a motion will be there. So that kind of radar is going to be exercised there, right? So there is also velocity meter. So velocity, measurement of velocity or acceleration. So that is a gyroscope. In most of the mechanical device, they will measure the velocity and gyroscope, that is maybe speedometer will be there. So there is a force measure, viscometer measure the force of that certain application, that is. So also they will measure the pressure by the help of barometer, right? So pressure can measure that particular pressure at the place. So flow meter, that is a water meter we have seen in our house. So the flow of water will be measured. So that is a type of sensor will be adapted. So acoustic microphone. So microphone we are using, right? Humidity, soil moisture will be there. So that measure, that is. So there is also light meter. So infrared sensors will be there. UV light, it depends upon measure that radiation. So that is also type of sensor. So there is also called temperature calorimeter in terms of centigrade or Fahrenheit. So that will measure the temperature of body or temperature of the machine, so on. That is, so there is a chemical analysis. So there is a olfactory that content of the content of sweet or content of chemicals will be measured. So that is a olfactometer will measure the chemical analysis in most of the food industry. So they will exercise that. So biosensors will be there. So biological based sensors will be there. So they will measure the temperature of the object and so on. So these are the different type of sensors available in the market. So not only this, and also additional, as technology improves, they are going to be added into this list. So that most of the application driven by this kind of motors or instruments, right? Measuring instruments which are in terms of various the information. So they will going to be collect and transfer to into the higher side, who are sensors are the smart objects sitting above this sensors, right? So it measures the physical panorama. So that there is a actuator type. We have seen the sensor and actuators. So actuator, the sensor collect the information, after converting into digital it go into the database. So that database information will be measured and understand according to that semantics of that information, the particular action has to be taken place. So for that actuator will be there. So what are the type of actuators? So that sensors measures the physical phenomena. Let we see that there is a motion, type of motion. So what type of motion? There is a linear motion, linearly motion of there. It move in a linear fashion. So maybe speed or some acceleration. So that type of motion can be measured by the actuators. So that is a rotary. So the shaft in an engine shaft will be rotate. So that rotary system around that axis. So linear or rotary. So there is also power measuring the power supply. So that is a low power with a small battery, and high power with multiple large size batteries, and there is a micro power in terms of small maybe coin shape or very minute power supply is required for some of the sensors or actuators. So that power supply will be supplied. That is, there is also binary or continuous data will be generated. So that data from sensors, and it will be generate binary information or continuous. So that the number of stable states are output. So number of stable states output will be there. So that continuous or discrete data will be collected from that sensor to actuator in order to take action. There is also applications that is a specific industry. For example, weighing machine, maybe conductor kiosk, or maybe home appliances, any that particular system is there. So there is a depends upon the particular application, there is a specific industry. So going to be use that actuators. There is also type of energy is there, mechanical energy, electrical energy, hydroelectrical energy. This kind of energy going to be handled by this actuators. That is also sensors measure the physical phenomena. So that smartphone we have been enjoying today for the portfolio of this technology improvement. So there is a camera. So there is a pedometer will be there. So it measures the information. So there is a GPS system will be there. So there is a light sensor will be there. So it measures the light. Based on the light it will give a screen intensity. A touch screen is there. Thermometer will be there. So there is a barometer will be there to measure the pressure. So there is a fingerprint password. So there is a microphone. So microphone, and there is a miser sensor will is there, and there is a gyroscope, as we said, that is a mechanical device. Humidity measure sensor. Then the accelerometer will be there to measure that. So there is a magnetometer will able to tell about the longitude and latitude. So most of the compass we want to initialize in mobile, so for which the magnetometer will be required. So proximity sensor, will be there. It measures the distance, and also so near field communication, so Bluetooth or maybe Wi-Fi or that whatever that Zigbee, so near field communication range device will going to be come in a picture. So that is a smartphone with smart objects. So that number of sensors will be grow in a very fast way in this here. So that number of sensors we will have that there is a for which we have strategy is required to pool that number of sensors per particular application, and also there is a roadmap will be required. So proper plan will be required to keep them and involve them in applications. That is a trillion sensors economy we can expect from this Internet of Things application. So we can draw from this tsensorsummit.org. From that we can collect that informations listed in the textbook. So the proper strategy, and you have to exercise this several millions or trillions of sensors roadmap we can have, that is. So for which you can see that plot. So there is a growth and prediction in the number of sensors in the future. So how many sensors is go on increase in IoT applications, so that we can see that. So there is a sensors per year, right? Sensor per year. So we can have that is a we can have 10 lakhs, so 100 lakhs, so crore, right? So like that we can have 100 billion, 100 trillion, 100 trillion we can have this. So 100 trillions there. Here x-axis will be year, so 2007, 12, 17, 22, 27. So let we see that how many sensors begin, that is. So there is a 2007, that is a 10,000 10 lakhs. So we have that is then increase at 100 lakhs. So here no. So by 2022, that is a 20 to 222 percentage per year. 222% is that number of sensors going to be involved in every year. So there is a drop here. So drop here at 2012. So that is a 21%, and here we can see that. So sensors again start increasing from 2013 onwards. So you can see up to 2022, right? So we can have that what is this 1 trillion is 1 trillion. So 1 trillion number number of sensors will be going to be involved, 1 trillion. So then 10 trillion, the 10 trillion we have. So 27. So by 2037 they are expecting 100 trillion number of sensors going to be involved in IoT across the globe in most of the dominant industry, automobile, home appliances, right? So they are going to be have that is. So actuators, we have seen that it is a complement to sensor. Sensor collect the information, the action will be taken by actuators. Sensor will collect the information and it will be transferred to their higher smart devices. They will be according to that semantics of that what sensors collected the information, so that action will be taken place. So that is a complement to sensor. So it converts the analog into digital information. So digital it receives the control signals which triggers a physical effect. So physical effects we can expect that usually type of motion, force, or the shifting the object, or doing some action, right? So that usual type of motion, force, that motion may be linear, rotary, force may be horizontal or vertical, or maybe in the vacuum, or in the air media. So that we have a sensors at ground, that we have discussed that heads. So the real world there. So real world will talk with the sensors, that is a physical environment, talk with them. So that sensors will be convert that. So sense, it will sense the information in terms of temperature, in terms of some the humidity or whatever it may be. So that will be sense will be, and it measures that the data will be sent to digital representation, that is electrical. So digital representation to electrical signal will be there. So electrical signal will be required for actuators, right? So actuator will need a electrical signal. So how that electrical signal, sensor collect the information, that is analog, and it measures the sense and it convert into digital. So then again digital into electrical signal, because the actuator has to take an action. So they have to perform some action according to the sensors collected the information, or the above intelligent systems, smart objects are there. So they have to be directed to this actuator. According to that direction they have to be act. So actuator act, useful work for that, right? So this way the sensors and actuators interact with the physical world, and it will be exhibit the action by the actuator. So functions of sensors and actuators. So what are the functions of this one? We can see that. So here the functions, that is a comparison of sensors and actuator functionality with humans. With humans we can see that. So that is initially we have 5 sense are there. So that human being we have 5 sense. So touch, taste, hear, and smell, and visible. So those sensors will be equivalent to sensors will be there. So the touch sensors will be there. So the taste will be olfactory, that chemical analysis. So nose, hearing, that is smelling, hearing, and seeing that camera as a sensor. So this will be equivalent to sensor. And this goes to the brain, brain, it going to be stored into the brain. That these sensors will collect, and after listening, testing, and seeing that, it will go to the brain. So brain will be according to computer we have CPU equivalent to sensor to CPU, that is a brain. And this brain too, it tells the direct actuators. So the shift the body or shift the object. So that sense, that is right. So by sense or by leg or hand, so it can perform that actual operation according to actuators, which tells by the brain. So here also CPU is there. So CPU to actuator. So actuator collect the what is that digital information, converted into electrical signal. So according to electrical signal it takes that. So this is a comparison between the human and the sensors, actuators going to be involved in the physical action in our day-to-day life, and also in IoT. So classify the actuators based on the energy type. So energy type you can see that. So there is a mechanical actuators. So mechanical actuators are maybe that screwdriver or wrench. So or maybe a spanner, right? So that is a hand crank, right? So these are mechanical actuators. So there is a electrical actuators. So you can see that resistors, capacitors, so bipolar, so the diodes, transistors will be electrical actuators. Electromechanical actuators are motors, DC motors, stepper motors. So maybe in stepper motor used in the elevator, DC motor used in most of the digital computers or laptops. So that conversion. So electromagnetic actuators. So that is a linear solenoid. So electromagnet kind of things, that magnetometers will be there. So hydraulic and pneumatic actuators. So hydraulic cylinders, pneumatic cylinder, piston in the most of the diesel and petrol engine. There is a pressure control valve. There is a air motors will be there, compressor will be there. So smart material actuators, that is a SAPE memory alloy, that is a ion exchange fluid, magnetorestrictive material, so beam bimetallic the strip, piezoelectric effect, that is, so it includes thermal and physical that physics oriented mechanical actuators. So these are the kind of actuators going to be most of the in IoT. They are going to be involved to help or complement the operation to the sensor. So that is also micro and nano actuators, so that electrostatic motor, micro valve, combine comb drive, right. That is a what is called microelectronic mechanical system, MEMS, that very minute one, interesting advance in sensors and actuators technology. It is a micro fabrications by MEMS. So torsional ratcheting actuator, right, torsional ratcheting actuator. So we have seen that airbag in most of the vehicle, example car airbag, so that torsional ratcheting actuators will be there, so it will take an action when accident happen. So that is a major applications. So we can have torsional ratcheting actuator with help of the MEMS. It is there. Suddenly it will be help to humans in most of the critical situation of the vehicle. We have that smart objects characters we can see. So there is a 4 characters are there that processing unit acquire and analyze. So it acquires that information and analyze, that is. So there is a sensors are there and actuators are there. Can have that communication device, power source. Is a major important. So can have this consider this device. Here we have CPU, memory, and other. There is a cooling fan or antenna for communication. So there is some sensors will be there, right. So this smart objects, we can see that there is a small computers will be there. Small computer, it embedded into object to make them smart, can be organized into networks. So the smart computer, low cost tiny computer will be there. So that is going to be achieved with help of that other sensors. So there is a we have that sensors, right. So they can measure physical data, temperature, vibration, pollution in the ground or in the wherever that near to that application. So that sensors characteristics will be there. And we have communication device, receive the instructions, it sends or route the data. So that is a communication. So for which it receives instruction, based on the instruction it sends the data to the higher end. That there is actuators, we have seen that complement to the various jobs of this IoT application by that actuators corresponding to the sensors collected the data. So capable of performing a task, change the traffic lights, for example. So those are the actuators. So rotate a mirror. So when driving a car, automatic mirror, or self-organizing into network, right. So those are self-organizing the network. So there is a power source. So there is a scavenger, solar power, wind power, battery, mains, that electrical line, right. Different type of powers will be there. So these are the 4 basic characteristics going to be considered to decide the smart objects, right. So smart objects. So design constraints, we can see that again we can consider the same, that is design constraints. So there is a moderate power supply, minimum energy is required in this, right. Minimize the energy use that. So very minute power supply is required. So that moderate supply. So even though they consider the constraints, we need to be convert them into actual situation. So or there itself instantly generate the power and they can provide there. So that is a constraints will be there. So next, low memory. So this have the device have basically small amount of memory there, so they cannot store large data. So few tens of kilobytes embedded OS, tiny OS, that kind of OS going to be handle the small data. So there is a communication, lossy communication. Always it's not a proper communication. So because this constraints the device, so device is situated at the that IoT end, there is a very low power, low memory. So that is a lossy. There is a low power wireless mesh, predominantly that IEEE 802.15, also IEEE P190.21, that power line communication. So that basically lossy communications. So the data will be loose, and they have to be kept oftenly. So narrow band media. So transmission also narrow band. So that 250 kilobits per second, lower rates in a normal speed, that is. So that also design constraints. So also the power consumption is critical. Energy efficiently is a paramount. Battery power device must last year, that is. So that the some of the solar based, some of the they can supply sometimes in a cloudy, in the solar base, so they can have critical in power. And there is a huge day, the long duration of application keep running, so that unable, sometimes unable to supply that, right. So what are the trends of the smart objects? We can see that. So size is decreasing, right. So the trend is, so size is keep decreasing now. We have seen that MEMS or microelectronics and very minute the device will be there. So due to that, size is ever decreasing, size keep on decreasing. For example, you can see that weight of the vehicle is go on decreasing every year by past 10 years. We can see that for example, car weight in the 10 years back, it is a huge weight. Now the same car is a less weight, because the most of the device size is decreasing. So and not visible to eye also, right. So some devices are not visible to eye. So that's also factor. Trends is going to be power consumption decreases, because small objects are there. Smart objects contains consumes less data, less power. So sometimes they are passive. Some passive with a small battery. So there is also processor power increase that. So increase the complexity and connected. So the processing of the power conversion or upgrading of power is also is increasing now. Several the objects are increasing the application, as we seen that the millions of objects going to be involved. So communication capability are improve that, right. So as we see in the previous, that lossy communication, though it is a lossy communication, so that speed will be increases. So that is also wired was there, now wireless is there. So that is going to be increase, and also that common standard increase. So we have IEEE standards are there. So the many the non-profit are involved, and they made standards of most of the objects or actuators or sensors. So the industry improvement. There is also open source. Open source is there, so that freely available. So we can make modify and adapt to according to our application. So that due to this, so these are the trends are influencing to design the very good applications of IoT. That especially we have seen that. So that design constraints, we have seen that we have seen the moderate power, low memory, lossy communication, narrow band the transmission, and power consumption is critical, right. So keeping in these minds, and there is also going to be influence for this what is called design constraints. So there is a wirelessly connected smart objects referred as motes, MOTES. So here that no extra infrastructure is needed, and but constraints are there. because constraints means, so we have seen that in terms of memory, in terms of communication, in terms of power conversion, that CPU, the small CPU is there, right? So also limitations of the smart object in wireless especially, so that limited power supply and memory, and there is a lossy communication. So limited transmission speed, we have seen that 250 kilobytes per second at the most. So we have limited power, of course. So these are the limitations. Most of the for design constraints will be there for wireless especially. So let me see that data aggregation. So data aggregation. So data aggregation in the sense that so there are several sensors are involved. So several sensors are collecting the information. So multiple sensors are collecting the information. So these how to consider all those data. So we can aggregate them, collect all those and aggregate and make it average or make it some common data, that is. So for which we need aggregation is essential in a wireless sensor network. There is a hierarchy of smart objects are there. So at ground we have that sensors. So next we have that smart objects. Next we have gateway, then so on, that is. So then finally we have actuator tech, that is one. Support organizational flow. The sensors node close to proximity, which are very at the actual at the ground station. Actual scene will be observed by sensors with very close to that field. So aggregation function is required after collecting the data from multiple sensors. So which one is a correct one? So which one is the right one, the answer? So for which aggregation is required? So there is a logical grouping of temperature, for example. So there is a 20 thermometers are placed at the particular place. So which temperature, which thermometer reading is better, right? At the distance, certain distance may be located. So that distance may not maybe hardly matter, but the different temperature sensor, sorry, the temperature the meter, that is a temperature measurement sensor or instrument measure the temperature. So which one is considered? So let me that one temperature measurement 12.2 centigrade, right? So at a particular distance. So at other some other distance in a nearby place, so 11.7 centigrade, right? And other one will be again 11.5 that 7 is this thermometer gives 11.5 centigrade, and also 12.1 centigrade from the other, and 11.8 centigrade, right? So you can observe this temperature measurement instruments given a different readings. So which one is correct? So that's why the aggregation function, which helps to logical grouping of this temperature. So there is also one more 11.3, right? So here the temperature measures lowest is 11.5 and the highest is 12.2. So there is a range, maybe at 0.2, 0.1 in the range it will be measuring that. So this is very tricky, and we need to be consider actual what. So the average temperature. So average temperature is 11.7. So that is going to be considered for the final decision. So that is a logical grouping or aggregation function going to be help us to measure, that is, right. So there is a two communication pattern of the wirelessly smart objects. So those patterns are based on the decision depends upon the application. What pattern we need to follow? So that decisions based upon the application. So they based on the applications we can take the pattern, that is. So for example, medical case need a continuous data. Medical patient monitoring system, it has to be measure the continuously heartbeat or temperature. Continuous monitoring will be required. So such maybe some example you can take, that is. So for example, there is a IoT employed to watch the health of the forest, so or health of the tree. So consider, so that tree it required several years to grow, right? Several years to grow. It require maybe you can tea could to get a proper cambium, so it required 30 years, 40 years, right? So in that case, continuous monitoring may not be required, right? The vibration of the tree or the humidity of the tree at nearby soil, right? It may require a discrete way, so it may not require continuous as a medical case, right? So depends upon the pattern, we need to be collect the communication, right? So one such, that is a event driven, so event based on the event we can collect, that is right. So that is information triggered only smart objects which detects the particular event, right? So for example, I say that the IoT for observe the health of the forest or health of the tree. So remotely watching that tree, if somebody is cutting the tree, then vibration will be generated. So that vibration sensor will measure that, so it will trigger and it raise an alarm, right? Or that smart objects, and it will go to system who is maintaining that is. So it detects the particular event, that is event based. Based on the event, we can have a communication, right? So that periodic one. So in the regular interval time, we need to be collect the samples. So that is the information occurred only at a periodic interval, maybe hourly base, or maybe as I said, maybe that is a day wise. If you are watching the health of the forest or tree remotely, so for such IoT applications, so you can watch the tree daily wise or weekly wise, right? It may not require very continuously that, right? So that periodic wise, periodically we can monitor that. So these two protocols are the event based and periodic way of communications will be exercised in most of the wirelessly smart objects, which would be going to be applied in most of the IoTs. That. So thank you for patient listening and shown an interest on smart objects. So we have covered the sensors, actuators, MEMS, that trends and smart objects, sensor, that characteristics of the smart objects, and communication way, and we have seen the wireless sensor networks, and that too we have event driven and periodic based two communications are very popular in most of the wireless sensor network going to be exercised in this. So this material we got from the textbook called David Haynes et al, and the other reference books are there. Thanks to coordinator, moderator and subject expert. Thank you one and all.